Today we're in the Lake District, not far from Ullswater, a place called Dockray. We're going to walk round Gowbarrow Fell towards Memorial Seat, Crag, and then back down towards Aira Force and make it around. We parked in the little car park just Ullswater side of the bridge. It's free parking, and we're going to set off forward and walk over the bridge and turn right. We walk over the bridge and we take a little shot. Just over the bridge there's the Royal Hotel. We take the next right there. It's in between two houses. There's a little post box on your left hand side. We're down the track 100 yards. We're heading towards Gowbarrow Fell. Follow the path slightly round to your right, through a gate, and then just keep going. We're going slightly downhill on the track. House or two on your left hand side, little farm, river on your right. You're walking with a taxi driver today. We just keep going to the right hand side of the farm. The track bears to the right hand side of the hill. We've got three young calves in front of us and one just at side seeing us through the gate. We just keep heading forward along the bottom of the fells. Walk forward 300 yards past the farm. On the left hand side, as you look up, you'll see a tiny little conifer plantation. Just to the side of that there's the wall and the gate. Go through the gate and on the floor you'll see a sign saying Gowbarrow Fell, permissive path, turn immediate left. It's going uphill. You go through the gate and walk by the plantation on your left hand side. So we've just gone through the gate, and just in front of us we've got a herdwick, and this is what the lakes are famous for. Pretty hardy sheep. We keep going forward, and as we get near the top we look behind and we can see Dockray down below and the fells at the back, and then we look to the left and you can see the mists around the lake Ullswater there, look. We're not far off the top now because we can feel the breeze getting a bit stronger. We're following the path and we can see the top in the distance. That little stone marker. We're at the top of Gowbarrow now. As you can hear, it's blowing a gale. The stone pillar says National Trust, and we can see the top end of Ullswater there, look. It's a bit cloudy on and off, but the sun's coming through and it's quite dramatic, I think. Very windy, but but dramatic. Well, we're going to head off towards Aira Force now. As you're facing the plaque, walk to the right hand side and keep heading forward, and that'll take you downhill. You'll see the conifers and that in front of you. As we drop down we'll slowly be turning right towards Aira Force. You can see as you're going downhill the path in front of you, and it's bearing slightly right towards the lake. And here we've got a farmer's going to tend his stock. Just going through gate now. And he's heading off towards the conifers. We're just following the path, the National Trust path, heading our way down towards the lake, going slightly downhill. And these are the only people that we've seen on the way round, but we've had a good natter with them and we hope to see them again. See you later, bye. Just in front of us we've got some lads from National Trust, look as if they're repairing the footpath. We just keep going. As we're slowly turning right and going downhill, we can see Ullswater in front of us, and it looks pretty good. And then we look over to our left as we're going downhill, and we can see a couple of lads, or blokes, working hard, putting fence posts in. We keep heading forward. As we make our way down and it levels out a bit, we keep turning right. We're still keeping on the inside of the wall, and you can see a bit of a cliff edge with a tree growing out of it. We walk over a little stream, and just to the side of it, coming over the rock face, we've got like a tiny little waterfall, but I bet that's quite dramatic when it rains. And there it is going off the cliff edge there. And keep walking forward round the side of the fell. As we slowly make our way round towards the lake, we've got a bit of problem with the sunshine, but to say it's the middle of November, I'm not going to moan about that. As you can see by the way the ferns are blowing, the wind's pretty strong round here, but the views are absolutely spectacular. And like I say, this is the middle of November. We're slowly making our way towards the viewpoint with Ullswater on your left hand side. There's one or two steep bits on your left hand side if you know, you've got to be a bit careful in odd bits, but most of it's pretty good. Well, we're just sat having a sandwich now on the top, and we've just spotted like, we think it's one of the cruisers that goes up and down the lake. And there's just a view of the scenery now we're looking at. We keep getting sun and coming out, and then it goes back in again. We're just in a bit of shadow at the moment, but we're steadily going downhill and going round and heading towards Aira Force. And as we slowly come round the bend, we can see the lower part of Ullswater down in front of us. And on your left hand side you've got the viewpoint there, look. Good place to take a few pictures. We're just steadily following the path just below the sort of crag up above us. And there you've got the lake, or the edge of it, on your left hand side, and we're heading towards Aira Force now. As we're walking downhill, we look above us about 20 feet, and there's a herdwick there just chewing away. He's looking at us, he ain't bothered. And we just keep heading forward. We can't be far off it now, I don't think. And every now and again we just turn round and look back. Janice, there's a bird of prey, look at this. Did you see that? There's a, on that top there, did you see it? There was buzzard.
I thought it was one of them brooks.
No, it was a buzzard. Well, we've just seen a buzzard there, but I don't know if it's on camera or not. Oh well, we'll press on a bit. We're slowly making our way to the top of Aira Force now. As we head along, we're keeping our eye open for red squirrels. We keep walking till we see a bridge over the river, but we decide to turn left and go down and come back up the other side if we can, because we're trying to look at, you know, the falls obviously. Before we go down, we decide to stand on the bridge and have a look at both sides. We know there's a waterfall just under the bridge because we can hear it, but we hope to pick it up when we're down below. So we head back down the left hand side of the waterfall. As you're going down, probably 100 feet, you look to your right and there's like a little bridge again lower down. We decide to go on there and take a few shots. Well, here we are, we can't get any further back to get all of it in. It comes out just below the bridge, as you can see there. Probably drops about 60 or 80 feet. And there's the bottom. It's just pretty impressive, is this. We stand back a bit further, but obviously you're just losing the tiny bit at the bottom. And that's the other side of the bridge. You can hear there's a fair old roar on it. And then we go back over the bridge and keep heading down the left hand side. So we're just slowly heading back down now on the left hand side of the river, and we'll just keep giving you a shot or two as we go down. And with the autumn leaves at this time, they look pretty, you know, it's pretty nice here. They still haven't all dropped yet. And we're slowly heading down towards the car park. As we make our way downhill, we cross over the bridge to the other side. And we just take a quick shot as we go over. As we cross over the bridge into a bit of an open space, we see a sign saying "Welcome to the Glade." We decide not to walk towards the car park, but to go across the back of the glade and then make our way uphill towards Aira Force. And in the glade there's a seat or two, but we're heading forward through the trees, and with the sunlight coming through, it's roughly 2:30, and it looks pretty good to me, does that? We'll head forward, and as you're walking through the trees on the left, there's one there on the floor, and it's full of 2 pences and 1 pence bits, all bent over, a full tree of them. We're on the right hand side of the river now. We take a shot just below the bridge we showed you early on. As we're heading back up, we're getting up towards the top now. But like you can see, there's plenty of autumn colours there. Keep heading forward uphill, and then it starts to level out and bears round to the right, and then it starts to go down, and that takes you back to Aira Force. But we're going back to the car, so we turn left through the gate and then immediate right on the inside of the wall. And as we go through the gate with the clouds and the sunshine, we can't resist a shot of the sky with Ullswater just down below. So as you can see, we've come through the gate on the inside of the wall, and we're heading towards a little gate at the top. As we go through the gate, we turn left slightly uphill through the wood. We're heading towards Dockray now. We walk through the wood and it brings us out into a small car park at the top. We turn right onto the road there, look, and that'll take us straight back into Dockray. Just next to the car park in Dockray, there is a bit of a village green with a seat right next door to the river. Well, we're back in Dockray now. We hope you've enjoyed our walk from Dockray, Aira Force and round. We think we're just going to nip for a quick pint. You've been walking with a taxi driver today.